Once upon a time, a little brown mouse took a stroll through the deep, dark wood. He skipped along happily until a sly fox saw him. "Hello, little mouse. Where are you going on such a fine day?" said the fox. "I'm off to meet someone for lunch, Mr. Fox," replied the nervous mouse. "Lunch? In the deep, dark wood? Who could you possibly be meeting?" questioned the fox. "Why, I'm having lunch with the Gruffalo, of course," quickly responded the mouse. The fox was shocked. "The Gruffalo? But there's no such thing as a Gruffalo. He's just a scary story." The mouse feigned confidence. "Oh, he's real, all right. He has terrible claws and terrible teeth and a poisonous wart on the end of his nose. He loves nothing more than owl ice cream for lunch." Just then, the owl flew down and exclaimed, "Owl ice cream? Too-wit, too-woo! That sounds dreadful." The mouse pretended surprise. "Oh, look, it's the Gruffalo now." The frightened owl responded, "Gruffalo? Where? There's no Gruffalo here." The mouse whispered, "Don't be silly, owl. He's right behind you. He likes snake soup for lunch." The snake emerged from beneath a bush and exclaimed, "Snake soup? Oh, crumbs. Goodbye, little mouse." The terrified animals all ran away, leaving the mouse alone. He chuckled to himself, feeling clever for scaring them off. But then loud footsteps and rustling leaves could be heard. The mouse gulped and said, "Oh dear, maybe, just maybe, I made him up after all." The Gruffalo entered, tall and hairy with big orange eyes, and said, "My favorite, lunch." The trembling mouse asked, You're real?" The Gruffalo replied, "Of course I'm real. Did you bring my lunch?" Thinking fast again, the mouse said, "Well, actually, Mr. Gruffalo, I just realized I forgot the crackers for your cheese crumble. I need someone to fetch them. Would you do it?" The Gruffalo scratched his head and agreed. Fine, but if I don't find walnuts," he roared playfully and chased after the frightened mouse. The mouse ran and shouted, "This way, Mr. Gruffalo, this way!" The Gruffalo chased the mouse, but the mouse was much faster and led him in circles around the wood. The Gruffalo, confused and tired, eventually gave up and went back to his own part of the woods. The mouse smiled and said, "Phew, that was close." He learned a valuable lesson that day, never to lie unless it truly mattered, and enjoyed a quiet picnic in the woods all by himself. And so, the little brown mouse lived happily ever after, knowing that sometimes the greatest adventure is found within yourself.